It is 6:49. Our top stories here in our Sunrise Smart Start for Tuesday. We begin with breaking developments. Another live look from Wayne County, where crews in Williamson have been battling a house fire. This is off Ridge Road on the southwest side of Williamson. You see plenty of fire trucks there, the ladder truck as well, stretching over to the south side of the road to the house that burned. That area is blocked on the west side at Tuckahoe Road. Crews have been on scene for about 2-3 hours now. Multiple departments responding as well. You can see the damage to the home. We've heard no reports of any injuries yet. Did see an ambulance leaving the scene earlier, but the lights weren't on. Don't know if anyone was inside or not. Again, Ridge Road there in Williamson on the southwest side of town closed due to that house fire investigation. More news breaking overnight. A woman is in the hospital and a man is under arrest after a crash around 1 o'clock near South Clinton Avenue and Alexander Street. Police tell us the driver in a truck ran through a red light and hit a Chevy that was heavily damaged after impact. Police say the driver in the truck took off from the scene. This was a hit and run, later found on Baden Street. That driver, a man in his 30s, arrested for DWI. In the Chevy, 2 people were inside, a man and a woman. That injured woman we told you about did go to the hospital. She's expected to be okay. Also breaking, a man from Ontario charged in a rape case out of Wayne County. 58-year-old John Stabley was arrested last night following an investigation that began in March. Deputies say Stabley had sex with 2 children, one under the age of 13. They say the abuse with one victim went on for years before it was ever reported. Stabley is charged with multiple sex crimes, including rape and predatory sexual assault. Happening today, union workers and caregivers at URMC are going to vote on whether to have a strike. This follows the informational picket they had last week outside the ER. The vote for a strike comes after the contract between the union and the hospital system ran out in October, and negotiations over a new contract have not made any real headway. Workers are demanding fair increases to pay, a solution for staffing woes, and better benefits to recruit and retain workers. Officials at URMC on the other side tell News 8 they have and will continue to negotiate in good faith. We, of course, are in the middle of season of giving, and a number of groups have been busy handing out Thanksgiving essentials. Today, the Dizio and Gingelo Foundation has a turkey giveaway. That's from 3 to 6 at the Latino Youth Development and Resource Center off North Clinton here in Rochester. Organizers expect to be passing out more than 300 turkeys as part of that event. Let's get the live sky eye view now. Some of the top weather headlines here this Tuesday of the holiday week with James. Cold right now, nice sunrise, rain on the way.
That's right, rain this afternoon especially. I just poked my head outside and you're so right, because the temperatures, it's 28, 29 degrees warmer than yesterday, but then the wind hits you.
You feel it. It's the coldest I felt this season.
Breezy out there, so that wind chill makes such a difference. And kind of a spooky sunrise right now as well. Red sky and morning, sailor take warning. We've got the storm system coming this afternoon. I'll show you where it is now, just starting to get into Erie, Pennsylvania. It will be pushing into Rochester approximately 11 a.m. Some of it may not quite make it to the ground right when the storm system moves through, but these are some good estimates as to when we start to see those showers. It's a big one. Expect maybe a ½ inch of rain through the afternoon. We'll look at the rest of your holiday forecast at the end of the show. Brennan?
All right, see you in a couple. Thank you, James. Back to our sunrise traffic here view. We told you about Ridge Road there in Williamson, blocked off around the scene of that house fire closer to the Rochester Metro. No accidents on our map. Everything's green. So dry roads as well. Headed out for your last day of school. Kids here this holiday week. In other headlines, Fabian Rivera, the police chief in Macedon, is facing several charges, accused of driving and wrecking his patrol car while drunk this week. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office says he crashed the car yesterday morning. No injuries reported. The cruiser was towed from that scene. Deputies say at the time Rivera had a blood alcohol content level greater than 0.08, of course the legal limit. In December last year, Rivera chose to go on voluntary unpaid leave. That was for a different incident in which he did not disclose any details of, simply saying at the time he was, quote, battling demons. The New York Court of Appeals has ruled Rochester's Police Accountability Board does not have the power to discipline law enforcement for misconduct. This comes after the police union, the Locust Club, sued, arguing the PAB did not have the authority to punish officers. The current head of the union says when disciplining officers, it needs to be done fairly with a thorough, unbiased review, something he argues the creation of the PAB lacked. Board leaders with the group say they haven't even had disciplinary power since it started. Local veterinarians are working to open a new nonprofit emergency vet site, a hospital here in Rochester. This comes as the area's only emergency Vet Care Center, VSES in Brighton, is closing by next week. Dr. Brenda Buck owns Animal Hospital of Rochester off University Ave. That's where she and 2 other vets are hoping to open Rochester Emergency Veterinary Services in January. Currently hiring, and they would bring on extended services overnights and on weekends.
We all know what happened when corporate took over to VSES. They've been there for almost 30 years, and now our community is stuck. And so one of the driving forces is we wanted to develop something that really takes care of our community, that can't be taken over by corporate, and allows us to prioritize our staff, our patients, and our community. To get this opened fast, as soon as possible, we are really depending on our community to help us out. And so far, the community's been wonderful, bringing in donations.
They have a fundraising goal of $200 grand. We have donation options available if you want to help out to get them up and going at rochesterfirst.com. We know millions, most people, are driving to their destinations this week, and gas prices continue their downward trend. According to AAA, the average cost of a gallon in the greater Rochester area is about $3.69. That's down a few pennies from a week ago, 11 cents from a month ago. Around the whole state, New York's average is $3.61. That is 30 cents higher than the national average. So that's what you're paying as you're filling up. More than 50 million people going at least 50 miles or further this Thanksgiving week. Yeah. And if you're leaving Thanksgiving morning, headed over just across town, you'll be fine. Headed out today, go ahead and get going.
Yeah, that's right. Take advantage. Try to get out before the rain arrives later this morning, and you can see those rain chances go from 0 to 100 when you go from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've got afternoon rain, but the winds out of the south going to be gusting 30, maybe 40 plus miles per hour. That's going to bring in that warmth, prop us up. We're mild next couple days.
All right, we will have updates on that forecast and more news coming your way at 7:25. CBS Mornings up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.